one of the really big things that these types do, I don't even know what to call them because they're not narcs. I wouldn't call them narcs, but it's definitely a type, where they sort of like tell you the story backwards. I guess you could call them compulsive liars, or people that lie to themselves. Basically, yeah, I would say they lie to themselves because they say it so convincingly that it's almost like they believe the stupidity that's shitting out of their mouth. But like, for example, I had a teacher in middle school that made me extremely uncomfortable by his comments, and then I had made a comment to my mom about it, and when she went to the school and complained, he didn't even apologize or say like, oh, I didn't even know that you were uncomfortable. Like, he didn't say anything other than what he said was, oh, she laughed about it when I said that, as if the moral of the story here is that if you think someone's gonna laugh, then it's okay to say anything because because how could they be offended by it if you think they're gonna right? And I sat with it for so long. I was like, maybe I'm not hearing him right, like this, maybe I'm like crazy. Like, I seriously, like, it drove me crazy. Like, that's all he had to fucking say for himself. And then the superintendent at the time was just like, you guys are making a big deal about it, like, and dismissed it, as I'm sure she did a lot of things. And so I feel for a lot of people that went to my middle school because I'm sure they may have suffered a lot of the same things, if not worse. Anyway, the important takeaway is that I say something when something makes you uncomfortable, regardless of the perceived dangers. You have to be able to find somebody that you can tell, that you can speak to. That's, I think, the hard part, is finding the right person, because most people will react without thinking, and then they just make the problem worse. But also be aware that the number one thing that people do when they don't know how to react, or where something makes them nervous, is they laugh about it. It's a natural inclination for us to want to just alleviate a little bit of the stress by laughing. It doesn't mean that they're not being made uncomfortable.